Parents usually think of two options when it comes to their child's education, public or private school, but our next guest decided to go with a third option, homeschool. Her name is Melanie Wood, and she joins me to share a little about her journey and what you should know before you become your child's teacher. Hey, Melanie.
Hi.
This is a topic that I have been really fascinated by for many, many years, but I'm curious, let's start at the beginning. Why did you decide that you wanted to incorporate homeschooling into your kids' curriculum?
Well, when I decided to have more children, I just wanted to create a safe environment for my children where they can learn and not be intimidated by others, to learn and grow at their own pace, and they thrive off of each other. And I just wanted to pour that knowledge into them and build a learning foundation for them that they can take into the real world.
This was a huge life change for you.
It was.
You were a career woman,
Very.
moving up the ranks, but
Yes.
you decided, you know what? While the kids are young, I want to be more invested and involved in their
Yes.
education, and you took a major leap.
I did.
A huge detour. How was that? What was that experience like for you?
Well, I wanted to slow down in my career. I do have an older child, and she was in private school. And when I decided to have more children, I wanted to be able to be home with them. I feel like my oldest daughter's childhood was a blur. And I've always worked with my children, just like any parent, ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, but I took it beyond that. And I had them so far advanced that I didn't want them to go into the school system
and regress.
Correct.
I think that's a good point. Well, let's talk about some of the benefits of homeschooling. Some of them are really practical. One thing that you wrote is that you're not early risers.
No, definitely not.
That's a huge advantage.
Yes, it is. We can start school at our own time, at our own pace. And I let my kids wake up when they're ready to wake up, and whether that be 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. And it just makes things a lot smoother where they're ready and eager to learn, and they're not giving you a hard time because they're tired or they're fussy. So yes, we are definitely not early risers in our home. We wake up and get our day going.
Yeah, and kind of to tag along with that, the flexibility.
Yes.
That's huge.
It really is. We have the flexibility to go on vacation like it's springtime. Right now, we go on vacation when it's not so chaotic and high peak time. So that works for us. And just enjoying life, because learning and education is outside of the classroom as well.
I think you bring up a really good point, is that one of the advantages of homeschooling, as I've observed, is that you're able to apply learning beyond the textbooks.
Yes.
It's truly, experimental. You can be out at different types of museums, have
Yes.
different types of experiences that you would not otherwise benefit from in a traditional classroom setting. Because
correct.
you're right. To have a holistic approach to learning, you can't just be limited by textbooks.
That's correct. And we take each day as a learning. Like I teach them, life experiences. If they're in a bad situation, how would you handle that? And let them verbally communicate those things. Getting up in the morning, letting them be self-sufficient, but not being rushed out a door to make it to someone's classroom by 8 a.m.
Right.
Yes, learning is beyond the books.
Beyond the books.
And that's what I teach my kids. I teach them the foundation of respect towards your elders, respect towards other people, and just things that will come in life that they don't know how to handle, but I can create that safety net for them at home and how you would handle certain situations.
Well, let's also quickly touch on some of the realities of homeschooling. There's concerns related to socialization. There's also concerns related to, am I, as the teacher, equipped to, for example, teach math? That would be intimidating enough for me to back away.
It can be. It can be. Socialization is a big thing, yes. But nowadays, there's so many options that you can get around that. My kids are involved in several extracurricular activities. There's co-op homeschooling where you get to interact with other homeschool moms and children. They have play dates. We put on Easter parties. You can put on your own prom. So you don't have to be afraid of how your child's going to interact with other kids. You have to take that extra step, yes, to make that happen, but it's so worthwhile.
I could talk to you for an hour on this particular topic, but we're out of time. Where can people follow more about your journey?
They can follow me on all my socials at Wood City Limits.
Thank you so much for
Yes.
joining us. This
Thank
is a
you.
fascinating topic. We really do.